G'day legends and welcome back to another episode of That Slot Car Bulletin for a Tuesday. As always, we have got plenty to get through. The Melbourne Hobby and Licensing Fair is on this weekend. Scale Auto has released some killer 124 scale cars in their catalogue and much more. As always, a massive thank you to you at home for tuning in regularly. Let's get stuck into your Tuesday news bulletin. So let's dive headfirst into your Tuesday bulletin with an event that is taking place this weekend. A very special event. I'm lucky enough to be going to it. It starts on the 11th of February and goes all the way to the 14th. I'm going on the Sunday. What am I talking about? Well, it's the Melbourne or the Australian Toy Festival. It's for hobby shops and licensors, so it's not open to the public, but I've been lucky enough to get a sneaky peek in there. Big thank you to Andrew Lehman from Lehman Hobbies, and I will be going there and meeting a good friend of mine, a good friend of the channel, Bonza Slot Cars, which you'll see a little Bonza special coming up in today's news. What is it all about? Well, it shows off all toys, not just slot cars, so I will try and film the whole thing as a separate video, but I'm hopefully speaking with somebody from AFX, try and sit down with them and talk to them about 2024 and beyond. I will try and sit down with Carrera's distributor. I'll have a look at some of their stuff. Hopefully you can strike up a relationship there to start doing some more Carrera reviews down under, maybe some events as well. And I will try and hopefully get an interview or sit down and chat off camera if possible with Southern Models, which is of course the Australian half of Sketrick. That's where we get all our Sketrick special Aussie models through. So very exciting. I'll try and bring as much as I can to the camera. It is not open to the public, so very excited to go. So stay tuned for further on that one. So now let's kick off with some car news, and we'll kick off with Scale Auto. And everyone's been flooded with information over the last month and a bit because it's been the busy season. We've had all the catalogs, we've had bits and pieces added along the way, but Scale Auto has just smashed it out the park lately with some more add-ons to their catalog. We did the track pieces and some of the scenery. They got the 124 scale cars that they added, which I'll do a video of that coming up, a dedicated video, because there's some pretty cool cars in there. And of course, I've got my hands on the very special Mitsubishi Evo. Big thank you to the legend Bonza. He did send it to me. I'm going to work on a review on that. You may see that running around a very special Scale Auto track, so stay tuned for that. But really cool. I think we are spoilt with choice when it comes to 132 scale. We've got that many F1 cars coming out of our cadoozles. So Scale Auto did really smash out of the park, and this was added late to the catalog. So very interesting stuff. But stay tuned for the 124 video because I'm excited about some of their releases. Next up, Sketrick showing off some more F1s. It must be year of the Porsche and year of the F1s. They are showing off the Williams and the McLaren available now. If you are an F1 fan, you know we're into the livery release month. I'm excited about that. I'm expecting to see a lot of carbon and a splash of color. That's all I'm expecting. But with these cars, you're gonna see a lot of color. The McLaren or the Williams, whatever one you choose, go for it. The exciting thing about the Williams, hopefully one day we'll see Leah Block's name on there. Of course, she's now tied with Williams, so very cool to see. So McLaren, Williams, F1, if you want it, it's available from Sketrick. So next we have an update on Carrera Hybrid, the pricing. A big thank you to Slot Pixels, good fan of the channel, very big fan of his channel. Please check him out. It's in Spanish. Put on the English subtitles. The guy has got his finger on the pulse. It looks like it's going to be 149 euros. Now, the reason it's only 149 euros and not dollars, it's going to be released in the European market first, or at the moment, that's where it's being released. So hopefully it gets traction. Hopefully people want it. I will do my best to get an example of it to test down under. Yes, it's not available here, but I'm doing my best to get one when it's released. But very cool to see. And the more I hear about it, yes, it's not slot car related, but you know what? It is Carrera. It's RC racing, not slot car racing. But I'm sure I read that you can have 30 cars remote play. So if you are on the other side of the world and someone has 30 cars, you can link in and race one of those cars. I could be reading that wrong. I hope I'm not, but if I am, let me know. But double check that, because that is pretty cool if that's the case. There you go, update on Carrera Hybrid. Next up, Bauer showing us the final 25 of 150 of the BMW 3.0 CSL Alpina. This is from 1973. I believe this is the last 25 being made. If you do want one, reach out to them. They are very good quality. And I do have some of the Bauer Porsches left. Random numbers, so let me know if you are wanting one. The reason I've got them left, unfortunately, when I sent the emails out, some people didn't respond back. So they're here in Australia. So let me know if you want one. Next, a massive congratulations to one of my favorite brands. I feel like they're a family in Spain, SRC, celebrating 20 years in the hobby. That is a massive achievement. Considering the hobby started a very long time ago, we're still going strong, and with all this influence on YouTube, with these brands stepping up and doing new things, it looks like we're in a good spot. So congratulations to SRC. You know I'm a big fan of their stuff. Their cars are beautiful, they perform well. So from me to the SRC family and from the That Slot Car Guy family, congratulations and happy 20th anniversary. Next up, we have SCX Scale Electric. Some exciting news for the channel, some potential exciting news for the channel. Now that I'm down under, it is very hard to get product to review because we have to go through distributors down here. And of course, when it comes to logistics, I'm not in the best country to send to due to pricing. But I have been talking with SCX offline. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm gonna get some product to review on the channel. I'm a big believer in their brand. It is so cool to see that they're doing different stuff in their catalog. So hopefully we can get something struck up. I can start reviewing some SCX down under because I believe it has a space down here. It's got its own digital, up to 9 cars. It's got some beautiful cars that we can soak our teeth into, plus 143. Who doesn't like 143? So watch your space. I'll update you if I get any more news from SCX, but it could be a good thing for the channel. Next, FlySlot has probably got their biggest flex of the year so far. They've posted it on their socials. Magnus Walker has signed one of their slot cars. Why is this a flex? Well, I'm a Porsche dude. We know Rafa Fly and FlySlot are Porsche people. He is a legend and he signed a slot car. Not only that, he knows what a slot car is. So that's really cool. I believe it's Magnus Walker. I can't read his signature. I've tried to compare the photos. No one's commented on it. Of course, it's in different languages, but I believe it is Magnus Walker. If I get it wrong, please let me know. And this might just be a clickbait heading, but yeah, it looks like Magnus Walker has signed a slot car. Next, we've got an update from Gecko Racing. You're probably thinking, who are they? If you haven't heard of them, they do some upgrade kits for Carrera cars. They have released their latest upgrade kit. It's for the Ferrari 296 GT3. Why is this good? Well, Carrera cars, as we know, run really well out of the box. They're not ready to run race cars. They're just really good cars to run. This turns it into a racing beast. Really nice chassis, of course. You got the beautiful Carrera body on top. So reach out to them. If you are in Australia, I believe they do send them down under. If you have a lot of Carrera cars you want to update, check out Gecko because they're pretty good stuff. So that's a wrap on today's edition of That Slot Car Bulletin for a Tuesday. As always, I want to say a massive thank you at home for tuning in regularly. Without your support, the channel wouldn't happen. So I do appreciate you tuning in. We've had a good month. We've had a heap of subscribers. We've had a lot of views. So I do appreciate it. And it can only be a good thing for the slot car world. Of course, I've had 2 great supporters. I've had on the channel over the last year. I do appreciate their support for the news segment. Of course, we have now gone support free because I want to try something a little bit different. A lot of people do say, Trav, why aren't you supporting down under, the brands down here, the shops? It is very hard to support everyone, but I'm trying my best. So what I've done is I'm opening up the channel for month blocks. If you do want to support the news for a month and you want to send something to review, that month will be yours. And it will solely be dedicated to you on the news and the stuff that you send in, or whatever it is that you need spoken about. So I do want to open up to month blocks to different, whether it's brands, shops, but mostly shops and of course centers, because that's where we need the support. So moving forward, if you are interested, if you do have a shop, a brand or anything in between, please email me and we'll see if we can strike up some kind of support for the month. And of course, we can roll it over, but month to month. I don't want people to have the whole year because we want to share the love. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. As always, that's Slot Car Guy on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, all those other great places. If this is the kind of content you like, please consider subscribing. But be safe, take care, support your local. Bye! Wow!